Right. So in looking at this problem, the questions that are asked about it relate to what's the maximum height and what's the total distance that it travels. Okay, so the maximum height is going to be the vertex of this parabola, and the maximum, or the distance, is going to be, again, if you kind of look at what the graph is going to be, the distance will, so here's your max height, right? And then the distance is going to be this total distance traveled till it hits the ground again. Okay? So when you're looking at these two values, we need to take our equation. We'll enter it in our y editor. Right. When we look at this problem, we want to go in and view its graph. Okay, the way that it's set up, I don't have enough. My window settings aren't set to view that. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom fit. See if we can find a better fit to show this equation. Right, so we'll still need to adjust it slightly, so I'm going to widen my maximum x value and then revisit the graph. So now I can see, I still want to see where it ends. I want to see this final point, so I need to widen it even further. And I'm just going to increase the maximum height as well, so I can see that. All right, so here is my parabola. So this location is going to give me my maximum height. The height is the y-coordinate that corresponds to the horizontal distance traveled. So if I go to the F5 Math tab, select a maximum. My lower bound needs to be to the left and below that vertex. My upper bound needs to be to the right and below that vertex. Once I hit that, it should give me the coordinates here. So the height's going to be located at about 55.9 as the x-coordinate and 39.89 or 88, 39.9 for the horizontal, and that's going to be my height. So did I ask it to the nearest 10?
I did.
Nearest 100, okay, so 38.88 or 39.88 would be my maximum height. And then the total distance that it travels is going to be, basically, it's the x-coordinate for this intercept. So we can view that on our graph. There's two different ways we can view that. So here's our, this x-coordinate right here will give us the distance from where it was thrown. So if I take my F5 Math tab again, that's a 0. And my lower bound has to be to the left of that intersection, which that point is. My upper bound needs to be to the right of that intersection. So again, as long as I go to where my y's are negative and hit enter, I'll be able to find what that distance is. And I see it's 116.12 if I'm running to the nearest hundredth again. Okay, now the other way that you could have solved this is we could have used the solve feature in our home screen. If you hit F2, the algebra tab, choose solve, take our whole function which has been stored in the y1 expression, so y1 of x, and we set that equal to 0 because that's going to give us our two intercepts, and then we solve for the x's that would give us those intercepts, and we hit enter. We're going to see 116.12, and then the other solution will be the negative one, which we can disregard, and we could find our solution that way as well.